Hey, beautiful people, how are you all doing today? Hope you guys are doing well. So, many of you have been asking me how I migrated from Cameroon to the Netherlands. Some people even think that I am from Nigeria. However, I have some Nigerian blood running in me because I lived before with Nigerians in Turkey and in Cyprus. Okay, most of you who started following my journey as an international student, as somebody sharing his jackpot journey on these social media apps, you already know that I studied in North Cyprus. Now, I'm just going to tell you how I moved from Cameroon because most people have been asking. After I finished my studies in North Cyprus, that was in 2019. Okay, I finished in 2018, by the way. Then, because it was so difficult for me to get money in North Cyprus, so I decided that okay, let me take 1 year and then raise some money for my flight tickets and all of that. But the initial plan was not to actually move back to Cameroon. But when an opportunity came knocking, I had to move to the Germany, right? My initial plan was moving to Germany. Now, what happened? I later worked, saved some money, paid my ticket, had some issues in Istanbul. Then eventually I found myself in Cameroon. After missing my flights and staying in the Istanbul airport, I shared that story. Then December 24, 2019, I found myself in Cameroon. Fast forwarding to 2021, I became sick, so sick to the point that I had to undergo treatment for almost 2 years. Then pushing forward, I now decided that okay, I have some money now. Cameroon wasn't favoring to me. Like I was not really. I in fact the job I was doing was paying me 60,000 CFA francs as of then. Now remember at that time I already had a master's degree, not from Cameroon but from now Cyprus, which is recognized. Now I'm not just saying it is recognized. I'm sharing this story so you learn from me. You may pick one or two things. It is recognized because I wanted to move to Canada using the express entry route, but Canada didn't work out. Why didn't it work out? I was in the pool. To those who have done this or who are doing it, they already know what I'm talking about. I was in the pool for about 4 months. Then later on, I realized that those people who were being selected or who were selected were those that had good points. Then I checked myself, then spoke to my company, and my company refused that they cannot give me a letter to show to IRCC or to Canada Immigration. That was when I knew that everything was not going to work. And again, I was struggling to take IELTS. I've shared that story on how I took IELTS 4 times. So you can check on my channel and follow up so that you learn. Somebody followed that video and the person is in Iceland as I'm talking to you. Now, pushing further, 2023, I started applying again. I got rejected for schools in Czech Republic for masters and PhD. Then I also got rejected for the 5 fully funded scholarships I did for the United States of America. I didn't get admission. Then I did a lot of applications. I didn't get admissions. Denmark rejected me. Schools in Italy rejected me. I got one offer in Italy. Then I got one offer in the Netherlands. I got 2 offers in Canada and one in Lithuania. Some other schools rejected me in Spain. Some rejected me in France. And remember, along this way, I'm spending money for application fee and everything. Now, fast forwarding, I compared the admissions I had for Lithuania, and this was when I now got admission. Those schools rejected me in 2023. Then I didn't stop. Then I applied again in 2024. So the total number of schools I did for myself were 13 schools in 7 different countries. Then I finally got these offers in early 2020, late 2023, early 2024. But I didn't take them. Then later on, I was doing some research. Lithuania, Italy, I hadn't got admission yet. Then it was when I applied to the Netherlands, then I got an offer again. Like I said, making the total 13 schools I did for application with 5 admissions. Now, spending a lot of money. I don't want to go into that aspect. Then pushing further, I looked at the opportunities, look at the possibilities. Canada was on the list, Netherlands second. But I was looking at Canada as a boy who does not have anybody. I didn't have a father anymore. My mom is in a condition I don't want to go into that. Then I said, okay, what are my chances? I looked at the chances, getting some documents put together, applying for Canada visa. I wasn't really sure I could get the visa. Then I also did some research, follow up, and I see that if I follow my Netherlands, I would be in the Netherlands, which I went for it. It was expensive. I've shared that story already. But again, considering the fact that visa is at 90% sure, not even 90 but 100% sure, I decided to go with the Netherlands. Now, pushing further, I now needed money. I contacted people, called people, 27 in numbers, nothing came from, but eventually a family helped me. I've shared that story already. And then I paid my tuition because I was going to do blocked account, right? I did the blocked account. My school did my visa. I follow up with other things. They sent confirmation my visa was approved, and that was how I now left Douala to Benin, Cotonou. I was supposed to collect a visa from Benin because there is no Dutch embassy in Cameroon. Cameroonians going to the Netherlands or who intend to join us here in the Netherlands, if you are thinking of getting a visa, of course, I'm talking about student visa, not Schengen visa or visit visa or whichsoever one, because most people do not know there is a difference. They just think visa is visa. When I say Benin, they will come here and counter me and say, no, you have to take from the Belgian embassy. It is not the Schengen visa, guys. It's not visit visa. The visas are never the same. You have to know the differences. Now, after that, I booked an appointment at the consulate in Benin, in Cotonou. I had to travel from Cameroon, spend like 2 days on the way, a whole lot of ups and downs. Finally, I entered Mamfe, Ekok. This is still in Cameroon. Then from Ekok, I crossed the border to Nigeria, into Nigeria. Now I'm in Ecom. Then from Ecom, I now took a bus to Lagos. From Lagos, I now crossed to Benin. All of this journey took me days, right? But I already planned myself. Yeah, I was under some financial issues because by then I had given the school all my money, because remember I said blocked account. If you've been watching me, you would understand. The journey wasn't an easy journey for me, but I was determined to move because I was wasting my time in Cameroon. And trust me, I have been in the Netherlands now 1 year, 2 months, and had it been I knew long time ago, I would have left, right? Because I don't see any need why I was even in Cameroon in the first place, right? Because looking at what I do here now, I think if I came here earlier, it would have been better. But again, we go slowly, slowly, no big deal. Now, why I'm sharing this is to motivate you to understand that. To those of you who have been watching me, I started this channel in 2021. I have a motivating people. I have a lot of people who moved to Canada because of me. Some are in Europe because of my videos, because of my guidance. So I have a one-on-one booking link below if you want to talk to me one-on-one. If you don't understand anything and you doubt, please go there and book a slot. Now, another thing is you need to understand that in life, there is nobody that is going to come and maybe help you. You need to stand up and keep doing things for yourself. Because I stood up, it was difficult for me. The most difficult part of my life came when I was looking for this money for the blocked account, because I had money, but it was not enough. It could pay my fees and my accommodation for some months, but I needed more money because you need to deposit your tuition, your insurance, your visa application fee, and equally, you also need to add your living cost. Living cost here is 14,000 euros. Putting all of that money together was a lot of money. So I reached out to people, got nothing in return. Then later on, it was a family that saved me. I don't want to go into the details because it's not necessary. Now, what I'm trying to say is, do not always rely on your close friends, especially the people you call your friends. Most of the people you call your friends will never help you. The people that will help you will come from outside. Okay, there are people that have moved abroad because of me, which came to me with stories, but at the end of the day, they are here in Europe. Now, another thing you should understand is that I have been saying on my YouTube channel, these are the lessons you should learn. That if you really want to migrate abroad, if you really want to jackpot, okay, you need to constantly do research, speak to people. There are some people talking to me now. There are some people I'm working on their stuff, and trust me, next year they will be in this country. This is not blabbing. This is a promise, okay? Because I already know what I'm going to do, and they will definitely be here. So when I moved to Nigeria, I also encountered a lot of issues, and then moved to Benin, encountered a lot of issues. Then when I got my visa, I even remember the day when I moved to Benin. I had to plead with the hotel people that, oh, I have just rent for 2 days, but money, I will get money from Cameroon. My account was empty. It was a friend who paid for, who gave me some money to even travel to that Benin, right, from Cameroon to Benin. Meanwhile, I have people I call my own friends, but at the end of the day, they don't owe me anything, right? So that is it. But after that incident, I learned a lot of lessons. I learned not to be wasting my time with certain people. I learned not to waste my time doing things for certain people. Okay, I hope you learn something from this. Not that I'm not a good person. No, if I see that the conversation we are having is not necessary, it's not going to yield fruit, I dodge away from the conversation. Yeah, friends is not about making calls or gossiping. No, friends is about, if I need help, you help me. If you need help, I help you. This is the way friendship works. But unfortunately, I was putting in a lot of effort with the people I call my friends, but at the end of the day, I didn't get anything in return. So I decided to move my way. It's better to be alone and manage your life effectively. I think that way is better. So I finally got my visa. Remember, I said I faced a lot of challenges along my movement. You are going to face it too. Even the day I went to the embassy, gave my fingerprint, gave my passport, I didn't have money again. I mean, like a franc on me. The last money I have was, I think, 2 francs. All right. I was in Benin. I needed to pay a taxi, 500 francs, to come back from the embassy to the hotel room I live. But I did not have the money again. Right. Even my passport photos, it was somebody. It was, I think it was a Cameroonian who, no, a Nigerian who lives in Togo who paid. I still have his number, and bro might watch this video. It was a Nigerian who paid my my passport size photos. I told him to add money for me. Then I later sent the money to him when I got back to Cameroon. So you need to understand the way things are going to happen. Then when I got my visa, now I called somebody to send me money. Then when the money came, I went back to Cameroon and then I refunded. You understand? But a good thing that is helping me is because I'm a straightforward person. I'm truthful. When I say I will do this, I always do it. Especially when it comes to money things. I don't want to have problems with people. And God has been helping. Then when I moved to the Netherlands, it wasn't easy, blah, blah, blah. You guys have watched those videos. Then yeah, people are coming here now because of me, because of my videos, because of my knowledge, and I thank God for that. And when you are coming here or to Europe or to the Netherlands or going to Canada, please make sure you follow the right path. Make sure you listen to people who understand the procedures. Make sure you follow instructions. Stay away from problems because you are building your life, especially if you come from the broke community. Remember, I'm still the chairman of the broke community. Nothing have changed. We are just here to empower, to keep pushing our brothers and sisters because together, if we hold hands together, so nobody is going to depend on anybody. If I hold your hand, you coming, then you hold your sister coming, you hold your brother coming, they will not depend on you in future. And again, like that way, the economy is going to thrive and grow better. So that is my journey. That is my story. Now we are in Dutch, in the Netherlands, call it whatever, in Holland or whatever. But the good thing is we succeeded. Now, it may not be the best option, it may not be the best positions we want to be, but at least we are somewhere and there is prospects for the future. So that is my story. And now, maybe you may want to ask, why didn't I finally move to Canada? No, I looked at the possibility of getting the visa, and trust me, that period, that was when Canada brought in a lot of laws. The program I got admissions into, I was looking at the possibility of convincing the visa officer. I was looking at, I didn't have a heavy bank statement. I had to pay for one, a whole lot of things like that. So please, always look at your visa stuff. I remember even paying application fee to a school in Denmark, and after a few weeks, the school rejected me. But did I got angry? No, I kept pushing because I knew where I'm coming from. I know I only me can push myself. I know I do not have anybody to rely on. So these are some of the things that you need to know. All right, keep going, keep pushing, keep believing. Before you know, things will fall in for you. I hope you understand, and I hope you learn something from here. And all I can say is good luck in your future endeavors.